everyone! Welcome to our vlog, and we are the group 2 of STEM 1201. And for today's video, we're going to tackle the different applications of the 3 different topics under physics, biology, and chemistry. So if you're ready for a ride filled with experiment, adventure, and learning, let's get started. Here's our first topic.
We all know how exciting magnets can be. However, it is not only an infinite source of fun because it is one of the fundamental physical laws on which the universe is based. Magnetism happens when there is a magnetic field, which is a field of force created by a magnetic object or particle. Magnetic fields are produced by electrical currents, either macrocurrents in cables or microscopic connected with electrons in atomic orbits. The magnetic field sources are dipolar in nature, with the magnetic poles in north and south. According to Joseph Becker, the opposite poles attract, such as north and south, and like poles repel, such as north and north or south and south. This produces a toroidal or donut-shaped field as the trajectory spreads out of the North Pole and reaches the South Pole. So now, Zack and Vince will give you some real-life examples or the different applications of magnetic field in our day-to-day life.
In our everyday lives, especially in this time of pandemic, we might make use of computers and laptops for our online classes and gaming, such as this one. But never wonder about the magnet's presence and role in it. The hard disk surface of a computer is magnetically coupled, made up of billions and trillions of tiny magnets. Computer circuit components can process data with or without the presence of the current indicated by 0 or 1. In the hard disk surface, the north and south poles of the tiny magnets can be either 0s and 1s, making them ideal for computer data storage. The magnetic elements used in a hard disk is essential as it represents computer data that is then used to retrieve information from the computer which is necessary for our online classes, because without it, we cannot download and save any files in our computer.
Another example or application of a magnetic field in our day-to-day life is a microwave oven. So we all know that a microwave oven has a lot of uses in our home. It can be used for cooking, reheating food, roasting garlic, and many more. With the instance of magnetic force, the microwave oven performs as well. A magnetron is used to generate power for cooking. A magnetron is a vacuum tube that causes electron to flow around the tube in a loop. A magnet around the tube provides a magnetic force that moves the electron in a loop. Therefore, the magnetic field is essential as it helps the microwave oven to function well and generate the power for cooking.
Here's our second topic.
In our daily lives, reproduction is often thought of exclusively in terms of development of offspring in animals and plants. The broader context is much more essential to living creatures. To comprehend this reality, one must consider the origin of life and evolution of species. One parent participates in a sexual reproduction which results in offsprings that are genetically similar to each other and to the parent. However, sexual reproduction requires 2 parents and results in genetically distinct offspring.
Types of sexual reproduction. First, when a parent cell divides into 2 identical daughter cells of the same size, this is called fission. When a parent cell forms a bubble-like bud, this is called budding. As it grows and develops, the bud remains attached to the parent cell. When the bud has reached full maturity, it separates from the parent cell and becomes a new organism. Then, vegetative reproduction is the formation of new individuals without the use of seeds or spores. And lastly, any mode of reproduction does not require a male gamete is known as agamogenesis. On the other hand, sexual reproduction does not involve numerous types but it has 2 primary processes: meiosis, which involves halving the number of chromosomes, and fertilization, which involves the merger of 2 gametes and the restoration of the original number of chromosomes.
As we in today's time, we may be curious how life works. They happen to process in real life. For an instance, sexual reproduction typically occurs through the process of courtship, mating, and intercourse, like humans and some other animals. Egg cells are united to sperm cells through a sexual intercourse to provide an offspring. However, like the male sea urchin who releases several billion sperm into the water, which then swim towards eggs released in the same region. When sperm and eggs come into contact and fuse, fertilization happens in a matter of seconds. External fertilization, as discussed in reproduction, is simply sexual reproduction without sexual contact. As for asexual reproduction, bees, flies, wasps, and other insects are examples of species that reproduce in a manner that is neither entirely sexual nor asexual. Parthenogenesis is a type of reproduction in which a gamete form without being fertilized. In other words, a sex cell is replicated without real male or female intercourse.
There are some situations in life wherein we can relate the works of science into our reality. It happens without us even noticing sometimes. Life has countless mysteries, but through constant learning, we can understand thoroughly how it works and the magic behind it.
And here's our third topic.
Hi everyone, I'm Francis Giovanna, and for today, we are going to explain the different practical applications of dilution of solution in our day-to-day life. But before that, what is dilution of solution? Dilution is the process of adding extra solvent into a solution to reduce its concentration. This method maintains a steady level of solvent but increases the overall solution, reducing the final concentration. It can also be done by combining or mixing a higher concentration solution with a similar less concentration solution. The solvent volume required for desired concentration can be mathematically determined. The formula is written as M1V1 is equals to M2V2. M1 is the original solution's concentration, V1 is the original solution's volume, M2 denotes the concentration of the diluted solution, and V2 denotes the final volume of the diluted solution. Always remember that the units of both volume and concentration must be identical on both sides of the equation when determining the dilution factors.
Now, we will elaborate our discussion by showing examples or the different applications of dilution of solution in our day-to-day life. The best example of a dilute solution is vinegar. Vinegar is essential in our homes as it is used as a condiment or preservative for foods. We all know that vinegar is made up of acetic acid and water. Acetic acid is dangerous and we cannot use it directly. So, to reduce its effects, we dissolve a small amount of acetic acid and a large amount of water to make it a dilute solution.
Another example is juice and water. Adding water to the juice dilutes the product and reduces the calorie level, provided that the portion size remains the same. In our everyday life, we always do this if we want to lower our juice's sugar content. Diluting sugar beverages is essential in our day-to-day life.
So it is an ideal way to reduce our daily intake of sugar and calories to satisfy our sugar recommendations to keep our weight healthy.
Our last example is laundry detergent and water. We usually do this when we are washing our clothes. Dirt from clothes cannot be removed by water alone. That is why it is essential to mix detergent and water to remove dirt and grease. Detergent cleanses the clothes by triggering a chemical reaction with water. The detergent works with water to loosen and purify the dirt that is stuck in fabric products. The diluted detergent is essential as it helps to keep your clothes clean and conserve detergent.
And that's all for today. I hope you all grasped a lot of significant information from us. Just bear this in mind, all the details in regard to these matters. Once again, you are the Group 2 of STEM-1201. Thank you and God bless.